Kaitlan Collins, 33, flaunts her huge size in new bikini photos, is a headline engineered to spark instant reaction, but the real story sits beneath the wording. Kaitlan Collins is best known for her sharp presence in political journalism, a space where appearance is often scrutinized more harshly than performance. When images outside that professional context circulate, they tend to attract disproportionate attention, not because they're unusual, but because they challenge how audiences expect public figures to appear. The photos that prompted discussion showed Kaitlan relaxed and confident, enjoying a moment away from cameras and commentary desks. There was no dramatic staging or overt messaging. What stood out was ease. That ease quickly became a talking point, revealing how rarely public confidence is interpreted neutrally when it comes from women in high-visibility roles. Reactions online were swift and polarized. Many supporters praised her confidence, pointing out that self-assurance should not be framed as a spectacle. Others expressed surprise, a response rooted less in criticism and more in ingrained expectations. When a journalist known for seriousness appears comfortable and casual, it unsettles narrow definitions of professionalism that still linger. The phrase "flaunts her huge size" does much of the narrative work in the headline. Words like flaunt imply intention, yet a photograph captures a moment, not a motive. Viewers often project meaning onto images based on their own assumptions. In this case, confidence was interpreted as provocation, even though the photos themselves suggested comfort rather than performance. At 33, Kaitlan Collins occupies a space where career momentum and personal identity intersect. She has built credibility through consistency and preparation, not through spectacle. That context matters. The images did not redefine her, they simply showed another dimension of a person who already exists beyond a single role. This moment also sparked a broader conversation about how women in media are perceived. Men frequently move between professional and casual spaces without consequence. For women, that transition is often framed as a departure from seriousness. Kaitlan's photos highlighted that imbalance without saying a word. What made the situation notable was her response, or lack of one. There were no statements, no clarifications. That silence allowed the noise to pass without fueling it. In a media cycle driven by reaction, restraint can be powerful. The attention eventually shifted, as it always does, but the discussion it triggered lingered. It reminded audiences that confidence does not negate competence, and that comfort does not undermine credibility. Kaitlan Collins did not step outside her identity, she simply existed within it, unfiltered. In the end, this wasn't about a bikini or a headline. It was about perception and the speed with which narratives are built. The photos reflected a moment of ease. The rest was interpretation, layered on by viewers. As trends move on, what remains is a simple takeaway: public figures are still people. And sometimes, seeing them at ease challenges expectations more than any statement ever could.